Breaking news. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have reached a critical point as the Philippines activates new naval bases in direct response to escalating Chinese aggression. This bold move signals a new era in the region, one where the Philippines is no longer content to stand by as a silent observer. For the crew of the Unmanned May 4, these headlines are more than just distant news. They are a harsh reality. The deafening roar of water cannons slamming against their ship, the blinding spray soaking the deck, and the looming presence of a massive Chinese Coast Guard vessel blocking their path are daily reminders of the risks they face. Each mission is a test of resolve, courage, and national pride. On November 4, 2025, what was supposed to be a routine resupply mission in the South China Sea quickly escalated into a dangerous international standoff. Filipino sailors, tasked with delivering essential supplies, suddenly found themselves at the center of a geopolitical flashpoint, their every move watched by the world. This conflict is no longer just about disputed territory or ancient maps. It has become a direct challenge to international law, threatening the freedom of navigation and the stability of global trade. The South China Sea is a vital artery for commerce, and any disruption here could send shockwaves through the world economy. The Chinese vessel, many times larger and more heavily armed, maneuvers with calculated aggression, intimidating, blocking, and asserting dominance over the smaller Philippine boat. The message is clear: China intends to enforce its claims, no matter the cost. But for the Filipino crew, these are their ancestral waters. They are not trespassers or aggressors. They are patriots, supporting their fellow countrymen and defending their nation's rights. Every journey is a statement of sovereignty and a declaration that they will not be bullied into submission. Even the simplest act, delivering food and water, now feels like an act of war. The tension is palpable, and every decision could have far-reaching consequences. But something fundamental has changed. The Philippines is no longer just voicing protests or filing diplomatic notes. It is preparing, modernizing its navy, and building new facilities to strengthen its maritime defense. The nation is investing in advanced ships, surveillance systems, and training, determined to protect its sovereignty. With strong support from the United States and other allies, new naval bases are coming online. These are not just military installations, they are powerful symbols of defiance and strategic assets that could shift the balance of power in the region. Joint military exercises and increased cooperation send a clear message. The Philippines is not alone. The world is watching closely. Trillions of dollars in trade pass through these waters every year. Any conflict here would not only endanger regional peace, but could also disrupt the global economy, affecting millions of lives far beyond Asia. Yet the crew of the Unmanned May 4 stands firm. They are not just fulfilling a mission, they are defending the rule of law against the rule of force. Their determination is a beacon of hope for all who believe in justice and freedom. Their courage and unity mark a turning point. The Philippines is no longer backing down, it is ready to push back, to defend its rights, and to inspire others facing similar challenges. The stakes have never been higher. The next chapter in the West Philippine Sea is being written now, by those who dare to stand their ground. The South China Sea is the world's maritime superhighway, 1/3 of global shipping, $3.4 trillion in trade, all flowing through these waters. From smartphones to fuel, our daily lives depend on safe passage here. Any disruption isn't just regional, it's a global crisis. China's aggressive actions threaten freedom of navigation, a cornerstone of international law. For businesses worldwide, conflict here means higher costs, supply chain chaos, and economic uncertainty. Beneath the waves lie vast oil, gas, and rich fishing grounds, resources vital to millions. China's sweeping claims ignore the rights of its neighbors, raising the stakes for economic survival and sovereignty. The world cannot look away. The rules that govern global order are being tested here. Beyond the realm of geopolitics and international disputes, the South China Sea conflict takes on a deeply personal dimension for Filipino fishermen like Carlos from Palawan. For them, it's not just about territorial claims or political power plays. Scarborough Shoal isn't merely a spot on a map. It represents his family's lifeline, a crucial source of sustenance and income, now under severe threat from external forces. Chinese Coast Guard ships frequently intimidate and chase away these small Filipino boats, cutting their nets and endangering their lives. This aggressive behavior disrupts their daily routines and threatens their safety. Access to traditional fishing grounds is rapidly vanishing, pushing families deeper into poverty and causing entire communities to decline. The once thriving markets now stand empty, echoing the loss of livelihood. The sea that once provided abundance now brings anxiety and despair. The uncertainty of each trip weighs heavily on their minds as they face the unpredictable nature of both the sea and the geopolitical tensions. These fishermen aren't seeking conflict or confrontation. They simply want to earn a living in waters that have been affirmed as theirs by international law. Their daily struggle is a testament to their resilience and determination. Their quiet resistance is the heart of the Philippines' fight for justice and dignity. It embodies a silent yet powerful stand against the forces that threaten their way of life. Their struggle is not just a fight for survival, but also a battle to preserve a way of life passed down through generations. It is a legacy of resilience, community, and hope for the future. Tensions erupted near Ayungin Shoal as the UNISA May 4 attempted a critical resupply mission. Filipino Marines, stationed on the grounded BRP Sierra Madre, rely on these missions to maintain their outpost. Chinese Coast Guard and militia vessels blocked the way, issuing warnings and demanding withdrawal. Suddenly, a Chinese ship unleashed high-pressure water cannons, shattering glass and endangering the crew. The attack, captured on video, shocked the Philippines and the world, clear evidence of China's willingness to use force. Despite the danger, the Filipino crew pressed on, their bravery highlighting the risks faced daily. The incident became a rallying cry for a stronger Philippine response. In response to the water cannon attack, the Philippine government launched a bold diplomatic offensive. President Marcos Jr.'s administration released raw footage of the incident, seizing control of the narrative. Manila summoned the Chinese ambassador and condemned the aggression, but didn't stop there. Officials took to international media, framing the attack as a violation of international law and calling for global support. Allies like the US, Japan, and the EU quickly condemned China's actions and reaffirmed support for the Philippines. The US warned that attacks on Philippine vessels could trigger mutual defense commitments. The Philippines emerged not just as a victim, but as a leader in defending maritime freedom. The crisis's roots lie in China's sweeping 9-line claim, covering nearly 90% of the South China Sea. China's expansion, building artificial islands and militarizing reefs, has steadily eroded its neighbors' rights. The Philippines chose law over force, filing a case at The Hague in 2013. In 2016, the tribunal ruled overwhelmingly in Manila's favor, declaring China's claims baseless. Beijing rejected the ruling and continued its activities, leaving the Philippines with a legal victory, but little means to enforce it. The Philippine Navy, outmatched and under-equipped, faced a frustrating reality right on paper, powerless on the water. This vulnerability underscored the urgent need for a new defense strategy. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in policy. The U.S.-Philippine alliance was revitalized with the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. Under EDCA, the U.S. can access and upgrade Philippine bases, preposition assets, and conduct joint training. This isn't about permanent U.S. bases, but about building real capabilities and deterrence. U.S. presence raises the stakes for any aggressor, making hostile actions riskier. Hundreds of millions are being invested in runways, ports, and logistics, directly strengthening Philippine forces. Joint exercises, like Balikatan, now focus on real-world scenarios, from maritime security to disaster response. The partnership transforms the Philippines into an active defender of its sovereignty. EDCA is the engine driving military modernization and regional security. EDCA's impact is visible across Palawan, the Philippines' front line in the South China Sea. Antonio Bautista Air Base now supports larger aircraft, boosting surveillance and rapid response. Oyster Bay is transforming into a modern naval hub, bringing warships closer to contested waters. New infrastructure benefits civilians too, improving disaster relief and local economies. On Balabac and Pagasa Islands, new airstrips and ports strengthen territorial defense and supply lines. These upgrades form a network of mutually supporting bases, a layered shield for Philippine sovereignty. The message is clear: the Philippines is investing in its own security. The Philippines' new strategy is one of credible deterrence, not provocation. In the face of growing regional tensions, the nation is choosing a path that prioritizes stability and security, rather than escalation. This approach signals to the world that the Philippines seeks peace, but will not back down from defending its sovereignty. By modernizing its military and deepening alliances, it aims to make aggression too costly for any adversary. Joint exercises with partners like the United States not only enhance capabilities, but also send a clear message: the Philippines is not alone. Advanced equipment and training ensure that its armed forces are prepared for any challenge, while cooperation with allies strengthens regional security. Unlike China's coercion, the Philippines upgrades its own territory for defense, not domination. These improvements are focused on protecting its people and upholding its rights, rather than expanding influence. Every new outpost and fortified position is a testament to the nation's commitment to peace and lawful order. Every base, every exercise, reinforces the 2016 arbitral ruling and international law. These actions demonstrate the Philippines' dedication to a rules-based order in the South China Sea, reminding the world that international agreements matter. Protecting fishermen, securing resources, and ensuring freedom of navigation are now within reach. Filipino livelihoods are safeguarded, and the nation's rich maritime resources are better protected for future generations. The presence of the Coast Guard and Navy ensures that the seas remain open and safe for all. Dual-use upgrades support both military and civilian needs, strengthening national resilience. Bases serve as hubs for disaster response, medical aid, and humanitarian relief, proving that a strong defense also means a safer, more secure life for ordinary Filipinos. The Philippines stands firm, ready to defend its rights and uphold the rule of law. Its armed forces remain vigilant, embodying the nation's resolve to protect its people and territory. This is not a path to war, but the surest path to lasting peace. By preparing for defense and building strong partnerships, the Philippines creates the conditions for stability and prosperity, allowing communities to thrive in safety. Through bold moves and strong alliances, the Philippines proves that sovereignty endures, even against overwhelming odds. The unity of its people and the support of its allies make the nation's position stronger than ever. The nation is more ready than ever to secure its destiny. With courage, unity, and vision, the Philippines steps confidently into a new era, one defined by hope, resilience, and unwavering sovereignty.